Hey everybody, this is Brothario. I'm a dude, just lived the life, and I have decided now to do my part to try and help all the other guys out there not fall into the same traps that every other guy seems to be falling into nowadays when it comes to dealing with women and the way we have allowed society to become. So in today's video, I'm not necessarily going to be reacting to stupid stuff that women have said on videos. I'm actually going to be talking about this whole Caitlin Clark situation. And it is the perfect summation of how women actually are. And this is a perfect way of demonstrating it of who they are. So first and foremost, I am not a sports person. I really don't give two shits about sports except for hockey, okay? Most sports are trash. Hockey is the greatest sport ever created. And I love the fact that the U.S. stomped that Canadian ass for all three medals in hockey this past Olympics, and the Canes just won the Stanley Cup, so go Canes. When it comes to every other sport, I truly couldn't care, especially when it comes to basketball. Basketball is essentially just soccer on a court with a ball in the hands. They are equally as dramatic, and they flop around, and they're pathetic. They don't do anything. It's a stupid sport to even watch. It's not a bunch of drama-filled pussies. And it is even worse when it comes to the WNBA. And the WNBA is the Women's National Basketball Association. The product is so terribly bad, the entirety of that league is subsidized by the NBA to even keep it running. The quality of that sport is so terrible that the women who think they should be paid as much as NBA players, where they actually don't make any money, their league runs out of loss every single year. In order for them to actually be on par with the NBA players, since the NBA makes money and NBA players get paid off the money that makes, the WNBA should actually be paying to play, since all they do is lose money. That would put you on par with the male players, because then the situations are similar for the product that you are putting out there. But the product is so bad that these professional NBA players can't win games against any men. They have to go down to middle schoolers to actually finally be able to win games.
We better not lose this time, okay? That was embarrassing.
They lost last time to him. He was high schoolers.
The quality is so low. Now, with that being said, there has been a person that has come along in the past few years. Her name is Caitlin Clark, that has single-handedly started to bring awareness to that terrible ass league and is starting to turn it around. Caitlin Clark, I don't even know when she was drafted. Honestly, I don't care. It doesn't matter. But I know you've probably heard about this person, about her, and seen all stories and randomly pop up because it's the new golden child that people want to talk about. But being that she has popped up, it has increased the WNBA attendance and watching like dramatically. So much so that when she travels, or like her team in first 5 games of the year or something had more attendance than the entirety of the last season attendance for all the games together. And that when she's traveling to other places, like the home teams have to get a larger arena to have the people come in and be able to see her play. That is a great thing to anybody with any sort of sense. But this is the WNBA, the Women's National Basketball Association. So, being that it's women, the women can't see that they have a good thing going. So the women now are, and they have been, attacking and brutalizing, in quotes, as best as can be before it comes to basketball, but they have been aggressively targeting Caitlin Clark, the person that is allowing them to be seen and to get more, potentially get paid more money, because maybe this league would start turning a profit here in the future. But the women can't see that, so they do what women do. They turn on each other, because women cannot support other women. Women cannot not be jealous of other women. Anybody would see that this would be a good thing, that, hey, we're struggling here. We now have someone that's shining a light on us. This is lifting all us. The rising tide raises all ships, okay? Any other person with any semblance of a brain, like men, would be able to understand this fact that this is actually a good thing for the league, for everything itself. But women cannot see that. So women deciding, all these other players are deciding that, hey, we are just going to beat up on this person because we are jealous that she is the one that is getting the attention that we want, that we think we are owed. Even though she is by far more appealing, she is by far better, more skilled than the rest of us, we deserve this. Because we're women, we deserve it. We didn't earn it, we deserve it. So you now have all these women that are attacking her and trying to, I mean, if they keep doing whatever they're doing, because women are soft as hell, if they keep doing whatever they're doing, they're going to end up ending her career. And guess what happens when Caitlin Clark's career gets ended? The league goes away. Like people go back to not giving a shit again. These women cannot understand that they actually have a good thing going and start to be happy, because I've said many, many times, women do not know how to be happy. They don't understand the concept of happiness. They only understand the concept of emotion. Women will like to talk about, oh, we don't need men for this, we don't need men for that, blah, 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 blah. It's all the men's fault, it's all the men's fault this. If without men, we would be really good. Well, guess what? Here's the deal. First of all, you do need the men. The men are what subsidizes this league. But here we go. Let's go with the WNBA itself. There's no men. Okay? There's no men playing in there. So you would think it would be all happy-go-lucky, everyone get along, yeah, we're going to do so great, whatever. But no, being at women are doing what women do, and they are turning on each other. Women have no ability, no concept, no understanding of lifting other people up, lifting other women up. They just want to bring other women down to their level of misery. Now, some women may want to say, oh no, this is just sports, they're being competitive. This is not being competitive. You can be competitive and you can respect your opponent. When you are purposely going out there and trying to injure someone to get them out of a game and all that stuff because you're jealous about it, you are not competitive. You're just a piece of shit. And in this case, they are just being women, because that is what women do. They cannot in any way, any form or fashion be happy. They cannot recognize the fact that they have something good going, and they cannot work to lift everybody up. Also, going to this point, you may think, oh, this has nothing to do with it, but it actually has everything to do with this, because women in and of themselves are pains in the asses. Women, when they get around with other women, the pain in the assery grows exponentially. It just compounds and compounds and compounds. And women are inherently far more violent than men. The people say, oh, men are so violent. They have such a tendency to be violent. No, men can be violent. Men choose not to be violent. They have the propensity to be violent, but they also have the ability to control said violence. Women cannot. And so women will act out on their violence, and they will hit men, and they will abuse men, and they will abuse all other people as much as they want, because they think they can. They think they should be able to. They think they can get away with it. So this brings me up to this point. Caitlin Clark is a straight woman, straight white woman. Pretty much everybody else in the WNBA is a lesbian. Okay? Lesbians themselves have the highest rate of spousal abuse in relationships by a wide margin compared to, be it normal heterosexual relationships or gay male relationships. Okay? Why? Because they are two women together that cannot control their emotions, they cannot think, they cannot work together, and they act out and lash out and they hit each other. Okay? Here we go. They're doing the same thing here, playing basketball, because they are the lesbians. They cannot control themselves. They cannot keep themselves from hitting. They cannot stop lashing out at each other. This is what they do. There is a reason that the lesbian divorce rate is 2.5 times higher than the next closest thing. And there is a reason that the divorce rate of gay males is the lowest of all relationship pairings. Substantially lower. Why? Because even though they're gay, they are still dudes. They can be dramatic as hell, but they still at least have some ability to think logically and control their emotions. Women do not. So we are here in this WNBA situation being shown to you in real time perfectly what will happen when women are allowed to be women. They cannot see what they have going on as being good. They cannot appreciate what they have, and they will do everything they can to destroy it, to validate the feelings that they have inside. It doesn't matter how much they benefit from this situation, they will do everything they can to destroy it. They want to bring everyone else down to their level of misery, and they want the world to revolve around their feelings, and their feelings and people's feelings in general are invalid. The only thing that matters is logic and facts, not feelings. So this Caitlin Clark situation in the WNBA perfectly encompasses every aspect of women and how they behave. And you're seeing what it is in a professional, quote unquote, professional, where you get stomped by high school kids. A professional setting in a sports setting. They do the same thing when it comes to office settings, shopping settings, any sort of business setting like that. The women will do the same thing. God forbid they get in fucking politics and they turn the world into what it is now, because they look at their feelings, not at the logic. They constantly let out murderers and shit back onto the streets because they feel, oh, it is bad. I got this empathetic feeling about these people, and I don't think it's good to put them away. It doesn't matter that they already killed somebody else. They feel bad for the person committing the crime and not the victims. So we have a society that falls, that crumbles, the more power and say that women are allowed to have in every aspect of that life. The same way it can come to relationships and stuff like that. Okay. Women cannot be happy. They cannot get past their emotions, and they cannot work together and lift each other up. They want to bring everyone down to their own level of misery. Doesn't matter how good they have it. They will do everything they can to sabotage it, to give themselves a little bit of a dopamine hit, to get validation that, see, I told you everything else was bad. Everything I was thinking and feeling, I told you I was correct. And it's only correct because I made it happen that way, but guess what? I was correct now. That is the way women act. It doesn't matter if it's in relationships, if it's in sports, if it's in business, if it's in government, if it's in anything. That is just the way it is. So we can see firsthand here how they take whatever they have going from their sports, their livelihood view here, and they can apply that to everything else in their lives. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to use this as another way of demonstrating the flawed logic and how very poorly women, how they are incapable of thinking and thinking logically and clearly and recognizing when something is good, and just give a different context to just reacting to women saying stupid shit on social media. But all right, guys, that's it. This is Brothario. That's all I got for today. Feel free to start up a conversation in the comments or whatever, and I will check you guys later.
All right, check you later.